People should definitely come see this exhibition because it's a fresh look at Chicano art of the 70s and 80s. A lot of these artists' works have really been pigeonholed into certain narratives about the time, and this show is really trying to expand how we look at all of their works, expand how we look at their practice, and think about how inventive their early work really was in the period.
I think there's an element of expectations that will be broken down when they come in here, because they are going to see that this was a time of political upheaval, civil rights, representation, taking back identity, taking back a sense of place in Los Angeles. And how is all of this being funneled from a place of fighting for civil rights and into art? So we hope that people make connections with the exhibition downstairs of what was happening during the times of Chicano Moratorium of 1970. What was the response, not only social politically, but artistically? And so, well, what the response was a brand new art movement, the Chicano art movement, which took the world by surprise. So I think the takeaway for a lot of people coming into the exhibition is, wow, these people, they didn't need permission. They could experiment with what they were doing. They weren't shy. They were taking back and reclaiming what Los Angeles was for them, and how they inserted themselves into an artistic landscape where they were literally invisible. Mm-hmm. And what do you do when you're invisible? You do whatever the hell you want, right?
Comment over City Hall in 1985, and that was the year that we were expecting the second coming of Comet Halley in the same century. They are the harbingers of social change. I had chosen Los Angeles City Hall as a symbol, represents all of the city, and that building is from the late 20s. That's when it was finished, and it represents politically everybody in the city of Los Angeles.
For 10 years I was a photographer, and my goal was to document my Chicano friends. And this is Betty Salas, one of my dear friends from way back. I took it upon myself to document Latinos that were around me. And so this is one of the images of many that actually hasn't been shown to the public yet. I have sleeves and sleeves of negatives that hopefully will be exhibited someday soon. It was just so important for me to document people who are like me, because we were portrayed as cholos, gang members, maids, and all of that's part of our community, yes, but there's a whole other segment that has never been documented or shown.
Four artworks that are in this show were from the late 70s, when me and several other queer or gay Chicano artists like Teddy Sandoval were working on trying to create imagery that was looked at the intersection of both our gay and Chicano identities, because being Chicano and in the Latino community, there's a level of machismo. And in these works specifically, I looked at Mexican music and songs. And so I was presenting them in what I thought of as a homoerotic context. That when you're singing Sabor a Mi, and people think it's, like a man to a woman or woman to a man, for me, it was like male to male.